Hey guys, it's Blichter here. Just running some T16 Double Beyond, Double Boss, Elder Bog. I just crafted the map that I'm mirroring today. I've run two of them so far and it seems pretty rippy, but the loot's really good and I got a lucky exalt in the second one. So I'm going to try a third one and just kind of explain how you can do this if you're into this kind of thing. So first you're going to need a mirrorable map. You're going to need a T16 base map. You're going to want to roll it with Chaos Orbs until you get slaying monsters close together can attract monsters from beyond. And you want some other good mods that aren't too bad for your map, or too bad for your build, sorry. This one's okay for me. It's pretty rippy because of the crit chance and the minus max. Most of the Beyond bosses do elemental damage, so minus max is not ideal. But it does add a good amount of quantity, and I got it, so I'm running it. When you're running this, you're also going to want to use sextants. These are also not the best sextant mods that you could get, but they're pretty good. Magic pack size, abysses, additional packs of mirrored rare monsters. Monsters that convert is actually a pretty good mod. It spawns a lot of little totems that convert for you, and those pop out beyond mobs like crazy. The last thing that we do to increase our quantity is run a couple fragments with our map. I found these griefs and dusks for cheap, and I just happen to have some midnights kicking around. And I think I'm done with Bestiary, so that's about that. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the map. Oh, actually, there's one other thing. You want to run Prophecies. You want to run at least one Tempest and Plague of Frogs. And you can run some additional ones just as backups, but these are your two key Prophecies. Double Beyond, and you activate. Watch to see if any Prophecies proc. Oh, we got one there. That was deadly. No, what was that? We'll find out. The Invader. That's not really very good. I probably should not have had that on. So this character is my Essence Drain Contagion character. It does actually really well in closed-in locations, but it doesn't do so well in open spaces like this. Especially not you spawn burly beyond mobs. So we're going to play this pretty safe. If I had some nice corners to hide behind, this would be a lot easier, but that's the way she goes. Way of the road, as they say. As you can see, the amount of monsters in here is just ridiculous. I believe that's 3 beyond mobs that I've spawned already, and I've barely moved into the map. The way I've got my atlas set up right now, this bog map tends to oscillate between Shaper Influence and Elder Influence. And I found Elder Influence to be super dangerous for my build. Heralds of Katava, on this map in particular, have the potential to one-shot this character. In fact, pretty much everything has the potential to one-shot this character on this map. Prior to this, I was running T16 Vault with marginally safer mods. The corners on that map really allow me to shoot and hide, which is perfect for the playstyle of Essence Drain Contagion. Need to be really careful around Bombeth when I see him spawn. I opted to not use a Shavs on this character, despite being low life. Instead, I'm using a Watcher's Eye with the Purity of Elements mod that gives you up to 50% Chaos Resist. I've got a bit of Chaos Resist on my gear. I think I'm sitting somewhere around 65%, which is just about enough to not rip to chaos damage immediately. But Bombeth does a lot of chaos damage. This should be spicy. So if you've been paying attention, when I see Bombeth, I immediately pop my Coruscating Elixir flask, which essentially acts as a temporary Shavs and buffers my life with my energy shield. It's not ideal, but the trade-off is that I get to use Skin of the Loyal, which is a large damage increase, and if I ever get lucky or rich, I can buy a Corrupted +1 Skin of the Loyal, which would be a colossal amount of damage, because it scales your Empower, and it scales your Sport Gems. But last time I saw one for sale, they were going for a fair chunk of currency. I think it was 33 Exalt last time. One of my favorite things about this character is that I've set it up to use Phase Run, which reduces your visibility to enemy monsters, allows you some additional mobility. You can run right into packs like that. They mostly don't see you, but sometimes makes me a little cocky, and I run into packs and rip because I didn't actually pop it. The thing I like the most about running this map, of my impressive three attempts so far, the twinned bosses. The bog boss drops increased amount of loot if you break the Roa nests, and I find it to be a pretty safe boss even for my build. Much safer than I am. And so with double bosses, you can get some pretty serious piles of loot going on, which is kind of what it's all about. As you can tell, I don't move super fast, but get some pretty cool gear, I think. I don't know. Sometimes Essence Drain is just terrible. That seems pretty extreme. That might be an Abazoth. So I'm going to see if I can avoid ripping this time. Oh no, it's just a Haas. I have to make a quick down run here. Deal with all this later for the sake of relative brevity. That's not good. That's when good phase runs go bad. Alright, that should be most of it. So we'll go check out the boss. And we'll definitely remember to come back for that abyss. So this build's using Indigon, so before boss fights, I like to ramp up my damage bonus. Get Arcane Surge active. Important to keep an eye on your health here, because these guys do chaos damage over time in an area. That's just a terrible feeling way to rip. That's probably really good. That'll be an I-85 leather belt. Not sure if there's any desirable shaper mods on belts, but I'm sure I'll find out. As far as running these maps for profit goes, I haven't kept a super detailed log of my earnings, but the nature of these is that one drop can be worth enough to justify an entire set of 3 runs. Ran a single map on my T16 vault that dropped 2 item level 85 shaper necks. Which right now we're going for about... Did I lose my abyss? There we go. Going for about 5 exalt right now, sorry. And my loot filter is not configured properly, so... Always make sure to find my item level 83 jewels from abysses, because they sell for about 9 chaos. Figure you may as well make 9 chaos, right? And that's about that. So thanks for watching. I know I run a little bit slowly, but get some pretty cool gear, and I think there's people that might enjoy running things like this, so I thought I'd share. Thanks for watching.